The church was glowing with candlelight, filled with soft music and quiet smiles, the kind of moment families wait a lifetime for. Everyone believed this was the beginning of a perfect marriage. The bride stood at the altar in her white dress, hands trembling slightly, eyes shining with hope. The groom smiled confidently, unaware that within minutes his entire world would collapse in front of everyone he loved. No one knew that a single video hidden, ignored, and buried for months was about to turn vows into silence, love into shock, and celebration into heartbreak. When the screen lit up, the room froze. What played next didn't just stop a wedding, it exposed a truth that could never be undone. The ceremony had begun exactly as planned. The guests sat shoulder to shoulder, whispering compliments about the decorations, the flowers, the music. The bride's parents watched proudly from the front row, holding hands, fighting tears of joy. The groom's family smiled with relief, believing their son had finally settled into the man he was meant to be. The priest spoke about commitment, honesty, and sacred promises, each word echoing through the hall like a blessing. The bride glanced at her fiancé, imagining their future children, holidays, growing old together. She had no idea that someone in the room already knew the truth, sitting silently, waiting. At the back of the church, a projector stood covered, meant to display childhood photos during the reception. No one noticed the laptop connected to it, already powered on. No one noticed the tight grip of a woman clutching her phone, her face pale, her breathing shallow. The video showed the groom, unmistakably him, in another place, another time laughing, drinking, holding someone who was not his bride. The sound echoed through the hall, whispered promises, intimate touches, words meant for someone else. Gasps rippled through the guests like a wave. The bride's smile vanished, replaced by confusion, then disbelief. She looked at the groom, waiting for him to deny it, to laugh it off, to explain. He couldn't move, his face drained of color as the truth played mercilessly on repeat. The bride's legs weakened. Her mother stood abruptly, shaking her head, whispering no, no. No. The groom tried to reach for his bride's hand, but she pulled away as if burned. The video continued, timestamps, messages, proof layered upon proof. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This wasn't a mistake. This was a double life exposed in the worst possible moment. The woman who had played the video finally stood up. Her voice trembled as she spoke, explaining how she had loved him too. How she didn't know about the engagement until it was too late. The church felt smaller, suffocating. Guests avoided eye contact, unsure where to look, unsure how to breathe. The priest stepped back, powerless. There were no vows left to say. The bride slowly removed her ring. The sound of it hitting the floor echoed louder than any scream. She looked at the groom one last time, not with anger, but with devastation. Years of trust shattered in seconds. Without a word, she turned and walked down the aisle alone, her white dress brushing past shocked faces, dreams unraveling behind her. The groom collapsed into a chair, hands covering his face. Finally understanding what he had lost, the guests sat in stunned silence, flowers wilting under the weight of betrayal. The wedding never resumed. The hall emptied quietly, like a funeral without a body. Love had been promised, but truth arrived first. That day, a wedding became a lesson about honesty, about consequences, and about how secrets never stay buried forever. One hidden video changed lives, broke hearts, and reminded everyone watching that love built on lies will always collapse. If this story moved you, shocked you, or made you reflect, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful real-life stories. Share your thoughts in the comments because sometimes telling the truth is the bravest act of all.